Overstudying in nursing school is actually a much bigger problem than understudying in nursing school. And I'm going to tell you how to fix it. The key is actually to change how you think about studying for nursing school because it's completely different than any other class you've ever studied for in the past. Let me tell you what I mean. In previous non-nursing classes, you were told what to study and then you were tested on what to study. It was pretty straightforward. But now in nursing school, you're still told what to study a lot, and you're told you're responsible for everything in the textbook, that you should read the PowerPoint slides, that you should listen to lecture, and yet still on your exams, you still get questions about stuff that you never even studied. That's because you're not being tested on what you studied. You're being tested on how to think about what you studied. So this way, you do need to study some content, but you need to put the amount of content in a little box. Here's where the overstudying problem comes in, is that if you don't have some healthy boundaries for what you're supposed to study, if you really believe all of those myths that you're responsible for literally everything in the textbook, because let me tell you, even the textbook's writers aren't responsible for everything in the textbook. Have you seen how many authors there are on your textbook? Then you're never going to feel like you're finished studying. Because you won't be. You'll be studying based on fear. And the studying based on fear is going to cause you to think, well, what if this little tiny detail, minutia, is going to be on the test? Will I be able to answer a question about it? And so you keep focusing on details that I call are nice to know, which if you have time, if you have brain space, if you have room in your life, sure, go ahead and study them. But most of the time you don't have that time because there's other things you'd rather be doing, like work, family, kicking back with a glass of wine and watching some Netflix. Instead, when you study, you need to focus on pulling out the concepts and the principles that are going to help you practice thinking about that content. That way, you're going to be developing strategies in your brain that will help you to evaluate the answer choices on your test questions. And the end result is, even if you never studied that specific fact, it's okay. Because you'll have those strategies to fall back on so you can really think through the process and come up with the really good educated guess. When you study using my Silver Bullet study system, which I train my VIP tutoring members to use every single day, this is going to start to happen naturally for you. But if you only focus on learning the content and then you wait until you get to your test to practice thinking about the content, then it's going to be just like any other new skill and you're going to suck at it. And you don't want to suck at it when you're on the test. So practice, make all your mistakes during your study time, and that's the learning process. And then when you get to your exam, you'll be much more confident and prepared to answer those exam questions correctly. There's lots of ways you can get more help from me if you want it, both free and paid. Just go to the link in my bio to see the options.